Most of these things are things that are actually happening in our lives right now and we don't even know about it. When you look into the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 from verse 1 to 14, it talks about all the nice things, the blessings that the Lord will bless us with. Most people only focus on those blessings and they don't pay attention from verse 15 to the rest of the chapter. Actually, this is prophecy. Some of the things here are the stuffs that are actually happening right now. For example, when you scroll down to verse 18, here it says, the Lord will curse you by giving you only a few children, poor crops, and a few cattle and sheep. Ever heard about the agenda of many people wanting to only have 2 or 3 children or just a few children? Lord calls that a curse. And it's like they are welcoming that into their lives without even knowing that the Lord of God in Deuteronomy consider that as a curse, right? Okay, look at this other part where in verse 28 where it says, you will not prosper in anything you do. Have you ever been caught in the cycle of you put all your efforts in doing something, yet there's no results? Some of us are dreamers, where you really have big dreams, big goals, but we have nothing to show of it, right? And we put all our efforts into making these things come to life, but still nothing. On to verse 30, which says, you will be engaged to a young woman, but someone else will marry her. That sounds very familiar, right? There are very many engagements right now that don't end up on marriage, right? Another verse is verse 32, which says, your sons and daughters will be given as slaves to foreigners while you look on. Every day you will strain your eyes, looking in vain for your children to return. You might think that nowadays there are no slaves, right? But can you relate this with our graduates or youths or the younger generations who, after graduating or after getting enough, let's say, a little bit of money, they just leave? Remember, these are the productive people in our societies. Finally, there's this part which says, he will also send all kinds of diseases and epidemics that are not mentioned in this book of God's law and teachings, and you will be destroyed. All kinds of diseases and epidemics that are not mentioned in the Bible. These are things like HIV, coronavirus, and Ebola, and other many diseases that we don't even know the names of. These are the things that are killing people right now, all over the world. You can see that's actually prophecy.